President Biden is restarting construction on the federal border wall in South Texas after he stopped it when he took office and pledged when he was running for president that, quote, not another foot of wall, unquote, would be built under him. While he still says it's ineffective, the Department of Homeland Security now says a border wall is an effective tool to curb illegal immigration. The White House press secretary today pretty much just dodged questions about the contradictions and stuck to her talking points.
Border walls ineffective. Why is the Homeland Security Secretary saying that it's necessary to prevent unlawful entries into the United States?
I have not seen that full statement. I know. I hear you. I'm just saying I have not seen his full statement on that.
The White House explains it this way, that Congress would not reallocate border wall funds and that by law, the president has to use the money for the wall. But still, the Biden administration is waiving many federal laws to resume the construction. Now, another border control controversy, the floating barrier installed by Governor Abbott. That went before a panel of judges today. The barrier was allowed to remain in place pending a court review, and today attorneys with the state and the Biden administration made their arguments. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has an update on the proceedings. Alex.
Hi, Heather. You know, that hearing lasted just 30 minutes, and two of the three justices who heard arguments today on that floating barrier that Texas installed in the Rio Grande to block migrants, they voiced their skepticism at the state's assertion it needed no federal permission because the buoys, they say, are only temporary. It's another test of state versus federal power over border control, with the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans taking up the case of Governor Abbott's floating barrier.
United States of America versus Greg Abbott.
A three-judge panel heard arguments on the 1,000-foot-long floating barrier Texas installed in the Rio Grande in June. An attorney for the Department of Justice argued Texas violated the Rivers and Harbors Act of 1899 in two ways.
First, Texas obstructed the river's navigable capacity without congressional authorization. Second, it built a boom or other structure in the river without a permit from the Army Corps of Engineers.
An attorney for the state argued that the 1899 law only applies to navigable rivers. That stretch of the Rio Grande Valley is no more than 4 feet deep.
The undisputed testimony is that these buoys are temporary. They are designed to be tactical and moved.
I thought the state was very measured in its attack on the district judge's ruling.
David Cole is a constitutional law attorney who listened to the 30-minute hearing. Last month, a federal judge in Austin ordered Texas to remove the barrier by September 15th, rejecting Governor Abbott's contention that an invasion by migrants and drug cartels gives the state broad constitutional authority to defend itself. A stay was issued as the case was appealed to the Fifth Circuit.
You didn't hear any of the more flamboyant stuff in their written submission about Texas' right to defend itself and declare an invasion and all that. All you heard today from the state's Texas lawyer was a very focused attack on very technical elements of the federal statute giving Congress the authority over waterways in the United States.
Cole believes that's because of the makeup of the panel. Judge Carolyn King was named to the bench by Democratic President Jimmy Carter. Judge Dana Douglas is a Biden appointee. The third judge on the panel assigned to the appeal, Judge Don Willett, a Trump appointee, participated remotely and did not pose any questions during the oral argument.
And of the three judges on this panel, he's the one likely to be the most receptive to Texas's position, but we don't know where he stands on it.
And there's also no telling when a issue or a ruling could be handed down by this panel. Cole said that there's a possibility that the entire Fifth Circuit could take up this particular issue should this panel ultimately rule in favor of the federal government. Keep in mind that the court has a majority of conservative justices. Back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you.